ElvisCupGuy here. Hey, you guys are going to want to stay tuned and watch this entire video all the way through. You're not going to believe what I'm getting ready to show you guys. First of all, let me just say this. Did you know that in 1977, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, caused the godfather of punk, Iggy Pop's most critically acclaimed album to flop? Yes, the sales were horrible. You couldn't find the record anywhere, and it hardly sold anything, and it was Iggy Pop's most critically acclaimed album of his entire career. So I'm going to give you the whole lowdown on how Elvis Presley did that to Iggy Pop. And before I do that, I'm going to show you a quick 10-second little clip of Iggy Pop singing the title song from that album that Elvis caused to be a total flop, Lust for Life. And at the very end of this video, I've got a surprise. Iggy Pop singing a cover of an Elvis Presley song. Yeah, you're not going to believe it. So anyway, hang tight, and it's going to start now.
I'm just a modern guy. Of course I had it in the ER before. But I'm a lust for life. But I'm a lust for life.
So how did Elvis Presley ruin the potential success of Iggy Pop's album, Lust for Life? Well, hang tight, I'm going to tell you how it happened. Iggy Pop's second album, Lust for Life, was released in 1977 and kind of flopped for a tragic and odd reason. His first solo album, titled The Idiot, came out in March of 1977, and it surprised many of his fans who were possibly expecting something more like the Stooges albums that he had done in the past. However, his collaboration with David Bowie gave his music a bit more of a poppy feel and a commercially viable sound. Now, David Bowie, back in 1975, wrote a song for Elvis Presley, and it was called Golden Years. Now, for whatever reason, it got turned down. Don't even know if it even made it to Elvis. But anyway, Elvis did not record it, and David Bowie went on to record it and became a big hit. Now, David Bowie, Iggy Pop, and Elvis Presley were all on RCA Victor record label. So that kind of has something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. So David Bowie seemed able to wrangle Iggy Pop in a way that not many others could. So they hit the studio to record and release a second album in the same year, 1977, Lust for Life. Fans were really excited about the follow-up, but in spite of all the momentum, the album was derailed by a tragic, unforeseen circumstance. Lust for Life came out on RCA on September 9th, 1977, but tragically, less than a month before that, Elvis Presley died, August 16th, 1977. Elvis just so happened to also be on RCA Records, and RCA Records diverted all their resources to pressing Elvis albums onto vinyl because those records were in high demand after Elvis died. And Moody Blue was the main one. It had just been released in July of 1977. It was a big seller. They couldn't make them fast enough. So other artists suffered. This is a common phenomenon that we see in famous artists when they pass away, like Nirvana, Prince, Michael Jackson. Their sales go up after they pass away. So as for Iggy Pop's album, Lust for Life, it was highly anticipated. It was really supposed to be a great album, but nobody could get their hands on it. They couldn't find it. They weren't pressing it because they were pumping out Elvis records, especially Moody Blue. And it killed any momentum that the album may have had at the time. Also, any promotion that RCA might have done was all being targeted toward Elvis. So Iggy Pop initially seemed to take it in stride, although during one interview he declared himself the new Elvis before urinating in a trash can. The album's poor performance had some other further ripples as well. After the album was released, Iggy Pop was said to have just locked himself in a room for days with a bunch of cocaine, staring at the album cover. And then his career kind of took a dive, and he just put out a bunch of mediocre albums right after that. We can't blame the album's poor performance or Elvis, for that matter, for everything that happened in Iggy Pop's career faltering some and going back into drug use, but it did not help. All right, how did you guys like that? Back in 1977, the death of Elvis Presley indirectly caused Iggy Pop's most critically acclaimed album to totally flop, okay? But anyway, fast forward to 1994, Iggy Pop made a rare appearance overseas at an Elvis Presley tribute show, and here is Iggy Pop singing a cover of Elvis Presley's song from 1956, Rip It Up, and it's coming up now.
Well, it's a Saturday night and I just got paid. Fool about my money, don't try to save it. My heart says go, go. Have a time, cause it's Saturday night and I'm feeling fine. I'm gonna rip it up. I'm gonna rock it up. I'm gonna shake it up. I'm gonna ball it up. I'm gonna rock it up.